What's going on, guys? It's Joe with Hendo Daily, and we got another unboxing video today. So I've been waiting for this one in the mail for a couple weeks now. It took a little bit longer than I thought, but that's just because of where it was coming from. So let's just go ahead and bust right into this. We're not even gonna do any guesswork. So I'm excited for this one because we have the new, somewhat new, definitely new to me, Wuben X2 Pro Plus. So I am really excited to get yet another flashlight from Wuben, because the last, I gotten two from them now. I guess, yeah, two. The last two that I've had have been awesome. I've enjoyed them. I'm hoping that I'm not going to have any issues getting the magnet out of the base of this one, just like I did with the X4. I'm still trying to figure out how to get it out of the G5, but this looks like the same build and setup, similar build and setup on the base of it, that I should be able to get that magnet out. So max lumens is 1500 down to the moonlight mode, which is 5, and then the strobe flash is at 1000. You've got white, red, and beacons. So if you want to pause and look at that, go ahead. I'm not going to go through all that stuff, but just want to jump right into this, get it opened up, and check it out real quick. So we've got, and I saw there was a lot of optional mounting systems with this. I'm assuming those probably come separate, but it's pretty cool. It looks like it's about the same size as the X4. Maybe I should have grabbed that. I might run and grab that real quick to do a side-by-side, but there it is. Essentially the same body as the X4, but it comes with the, I think it's supposed to rotate a little bit, comes with the side work light as well, and the moving work light. So you've got Type-C charging right there, with what looks like, and I would hope would be a waterproof, and then you've got the locking and unlocking battery cover right here. Let me get this pulled off. And then, ooh, this thing is like frozen. It's been sitting out in my mailbox, so yeah. And so I'm guessing I can use my T4 Torx bit to take those off and pop out those magnets again, so that way it is Henderson household safe and approved. And you've got 2 batteries in there. So this thing looks pretty sweet. Like I said, very similar, build and shape to the X4. I'm going to go run and grab that real quick. All right, so here we've got the X4. So it is, X2 looks slightly wider, but because I'm assuming because it's got this light on the side that it extends out a little more, but very similar. Looks like the same LEDs up here. Same tail switches, or not tail switches, but battery covers. Come on. There we go. So versus, you've got 2, what were these? 920s versus 1 ABE 3400. So I mean, different batteries, but same pocket clips. Looks like very similar. Obviously this one's a brighter, the X2 Pro is brighter, but you've got the same bevel up here that changes the brightness mode, and then the colors on the RGB lights. And then you've got 1 push up, gives you that side light. There's that red. Ooh, that is bright. You got beacon. Hold that down for the white light, and that gets pretty bright too. I'll have to see what that side light gets up to. And then you've got 1 more click up for the main light. So there's your moonlight mode, and then that'll go all the way up to 1500 lumens. So that'll definitely shine and light up whatever you're needing. So I do like the button on this. So the button on the X4 is centered on the bezel, sorry. Whereas this one, the button's still centered on it, but it's exposed. Whereas this one has the covering over it. So overall, like I said, very similar very similar build and size. The X4 is a little bit taller, but the X2 is a little bit wider. And so real quick too, I'm going to see if I can go ahead and grab my T4 and see if I can pop that out and pull the batteries out, or pull the magnets out. All right. So, and then of course underneath you've got your charger, you've got your lanyard. Oh, it looks like it did come with one of the attachments. I'll have to get into that later and check that out, see what that can be used for. Yeah, we'll check that out here in a minute. So right now I'm going to pop this open and show you guys how I was able to take the battery out of the X4. Go. So yeah, I'm excited again, like I said, to get another light from them, because so far the X2 and the G5 have been awesome, and I've been really excited to use those and get a lot of good use out of them. Now I'm just going to have to decide which one I want to take on my camping trip with my brother coming up in the next couple months. Where's my T4? T5. Thought it was on that one. T6. Maybe it was the T5. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, good strong magnet in there. Okay, my apologies. T5. So get that popped in there. It is freezing out in this garage. Dropped to like, well, freezing for me. It is dropped to like 15 degrees, and the only reason I say that's freezing is because it was like 60 like 2 days ago. And this Midwest weather, even though I've grown up in this and been in the Midwest pretty much my entire life, other than one other base I was stationed at, I feel like you don't get used to the stupidity of Midwest weather. I can remember one year, I think high school, we had over 3 feet of snow on a Tuesday. We got a big snowstorm Monday night. We had 3 feet of snow on a Tuesday. And by Thursday, it was all melted and it was up to 72 degrees. And that is why my sinuses are so jacked up all the time. So take out those 4 T5 screws, not T4. Again, my apologies. Let's see. Then that'll pop out right there. You got the little waterproof seal. And then you've got your magnet right down in there that I can go ahead, pop out, scrap it, and it is safe to use at home and let the kids play with and all that good stuff. And there it is, right there. So we just go ahead and pop that out. We're going to throw this back in. Sorry, keep realizing I'm not directly on for you guys to see that. And that's it. Pop that T5 back in there. Get these screws thrown back down. And we are in business. I do like the magnetic base feature. Like, don't get me wrong, it is definitely a cool feature. If you saw my G5 use video down in my crawl space, I like being able to just stick it to the side of like the dehumidifier that's down there, and being able to use that hands-free, or even to like the hood of the car, working underneath the hood. I love that feature. I think it's really cool, really smart idea. Obviously, that's why a lot of gear has magnets like that. Just, unfortunately, that is not ideal scenario for me. So, still get a lot of good use out of these flashlights, and it's obviously not a knock at Wuben, because, they made a great light with some great features. There we go. Lock that back. I do like how it has that lock, so you're not accidentally bumping it. And there we go. So we've got the Wuben X2 Pro, magnet free, and the adjustable side light. Obviously a lot less adjustable than the G5 that can go all the way around, but being integrated into the side of the handle is really cool. So that way, some of the other videos I watched on this, the mounting options was for like a helmet or a bike, different things like that. I could see if you're using a helmet, using the strobe on this, double click that for the strobe. I could see using that on the side of your helmet if it's clicked in as your strobe so you can be seen. So another cool light from Wuben. I'll get some more content of real world use with this, and we'll go from there. But like I said, very similar to the X4, just a little bit different in size as far as the height and width of it, but similar features. The other difference I noticed on this was this one has a specific, moonlight only function, where you just go all the way up for the moonlight, middle for the big light, and then first one down for the side light. But very similar build quality, same material that it's built out of, same pocket clip, and same magnetic base. So this is the Wuben X2 Pro Plus. Once I figure out a little bit more on the mounting options for this, or whatever we got going on in here, I'll do another video on that, and we'll go from there. But that's it for the Wuben X2 Plus or X2 Pro. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.